Paz, you got Peak in the lineup again tonight, is that right?
Yeah.
What did he show you in Florida that
Great compete.
keeps him in?
Staying true to himself. I thought he was confident after missing quite a few games, right? No, he played a good game.
In the process that you guys are going through, that you want to become a consistently winning team as a young team, how important, or how difficult, I should say, is it to kind of close games out? You guys have come all the way back last game, and obviously they get that late one. It seems like that's one of the more difficult parts of winning.
Yeah, well, the
closing.
focus is not on the. Yes, we want to win all games. The focus is how do we play those games and how do we manage the clock? How do we manage the score? First period, second period. I thought our second period, we talked a little bit more about our second period. The last game, we did a much better job. So the process, once you follow the steps in order to win a hockey game, most likely you're going to win those games. Last game, first period, we faced a pretty good hockey team that came at us really hard. So now learning to manage those moments. But after that, we gave ourselves a chance to win that game. And it's an individual mistake. We can't blame the team. And when you look at it on the road against Florida, you're down 3-0, and the way they were playing. I say that all the time, but the other team gets paid as well. And they were pushing hard, and we stayed in the game, even though the first period they touched the puck mainly. The bench. What I'm trying to say is the bench stayed right. And long answer to your question is, I like the process. I like how they're managing that kind of adversity, and the more we do it, the more we're going to feel comfortable. So being comfortable in those hard moments, that's what I'm seeing. And over time, we're going to build that confidence, that swagger that I'm looking for, and it's going to give us more wins than loss, I think.
You're probably in day-to-day mode, but have you thought back, like just encompassing the first month of the season, to think about what you've learned from some of these guys? You're in so much the discovery mode here with so many players, just what kind of players they're going to be, what they can give you at this point. How much has been learned in the first month?
Well, I've learned, this is what I know, and we talked about this before. Sometimes a guy has a good or bad season the year before, but it's all a reset when the season starts. Thinking about Jack Rossovic and how well he's playing right now. We put a stamp on this guy, and can he play, can he not play? And he has to earn his job again, even though he's a veteran, and he did, and now he's playing well for us. We have young guys. I like the combination of our older guys and younger guys. But it's going to take some time to learn exactly how we manage ourselves. And what I mean by that is, in a social life, when you have a group of 20 people, if you remove somebody from that group, it changes the dynamic of everyone. So we added a few guys from signings in the summer, some veterans, new rookies on the team. So the dynamics, how they interact with each other off the ice and on the ice, it's going to take me some time to evaluate how we building that chemistry where we want to build over time. And you look at the good teams, the Vegas, the Dallas Stars, the Florida Panthers, the Boston Bruins, they've been together for a long time. They know each other. They've built something together. So that's what we're learning right now.
Special teams can obviously give you a lot of momentum and lifts in games. Your penalty kill right now, at least to start the season, has been outstanding. How much of a lift are you guys getting? You obviously don't want them to have to go in the game if there's penalties, but how much of a lift are they giving you?
It's huge. We're doing a real good job on the PK. The routes are clear. We know. Steve McCarthy is doing an amazing job on the pre-scout and teaching the PK. But he's been with those guys for 3 years now, so there's consistency, and we're just tweaking stuff here and there, but now they're getting it, and we can see the results. And our goalies have been good. Our PK, that your goaltender has to be good, but we're managing our systems, and we know that no systems is perfect, right? So we know the weaknesses, and we understand the weaknesses of our system, so we can manage those moments, and the goalie understands where the shots are coming from, so he's a little bit faster on reacting.
Who is your goalie for tonight?
Spencer.
You've talked about him a little bit, how he's building up some trust and kind of building up that bank, but he also seems to have fit in pretty well with the guys. They seem to like him. Have you just been impressed by overall the way he's come in and the professionalism he showed and what he's given you so far?
Yeah, he's confidence. His confidence is really high, but it comes from work. This guy comes here. He works hard in practices. He's a good teammate. He's a good goalie. Obviously, he's got talent, but his confidence is coming from I can get the job done, and the guys love that. The players love that when you have a guy in the net that's working hard and he's a good teammate and he's pushing himself in practices. But we can't ignore what Nick Backstrom has been doing with our goalies. Like he's a real good hockey coach, and he's got a great brain. He played in the league for quite some time as well. But I think there's the chemistry between our two goalies and Nick and what they're trying to achieve. They're on the same page. So I think it's a teamwork. But Spencer, yeah, we trust him. Absolutely, why not? He's been showing us that he can play, and he's pretty good at it.
Obviously, Nick Backstrom knows what he's doing in that position, how to teach goaltending. But how much is his persona, just he's a calm person by nature, I think. Is that rubbed off on Elvis? Just a calm professionalism?
Probably, but he's what you see and what we see might be a little bit different. He's not. He's an intense guy. You may not see it, but great sense of humor. Really, really smart. He has the experience of playing, and though he came in the league he was 28 years old. He was older, so he went through a long time but he built his confidence over time, and he played in the league, and he was a real good goalie in the NHL. But what you saw as a goalie was the intensity. It's there for him, and I think he's really good at when to communicate and when not. Leave the goalies alone, and we're fortunate to have him.